This presentation was brought to you by the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club. For more information, visit our website, ncarc.net. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Good evening, all, on this nice, white, fluffy evening on the first day of spring. This is Kilo Zero Lima Alpha Oscar, Net Control Operator for the Amateur Radio Emergency Service Region 3 District 2 Net. The mission of the Amateur Radio Emergency Service is to provide reliable and alternative communications for our served agencies in the times of emergency, disaster, or national crisis. Our district serves agencies in Larimer and Weld County. My name is Luann, and I am located in Loveland, Colorado. This net meets every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. local time for the purpose of planning, practicing, and discussing the activities of the ARES Region 3 District 2 group. This is a directed net, and all traffic will go through net control. Before we get started with the net, is there any emergency traffic? If any emergency traffic, please call now. If an emergency arises during the net, please say break, and we will handle the emergency with top priority. Is there any formal NTS traffic for the net? This net is open to anyone licensed to operate on this repeater and is interested in amateur radio public service communication. This net is affiliated with the Amateur Radio Emergency Services of the American Radio Relay League. However, ARES or ARRL membership is not required to check in. This is Kilo Zero Lima Alpha Oscar, net control for the ARES R3D2 net. This net will accept check-ins in order of ARES affiliation. All stations will have the opportunity to check in. However, please wait for your appropriate check-in group. Please remember to check out if you need to leave prior to the closing of the net. When checking in, please give the following: your call sign, first alphabetically, then again with the international phonetics, your name, your location, and whether or not you have an announcement or a comment for the net. I will now take check-ins from R3D2 served agency directors. Served agency directors only, please check in now.
Katie 0 UJK, Kilo Delta 0, Uniform Juliet Kilo, Steve in Nunn, Weld County, District AEC and Weld EOC Director, and I also have training tonight.
This is Katie 0 TYU, Kilo Delta 0 Tango Yankee Uniform, Joe in Loveland, EC Larimer and Weld County, and I do have an announcement. Hospital. Director Windsor, no announcement. Director
Director, Estes Park EOC, no traffic.
Well, I think I doubled with a couple of people. LCK, are you trying to check in?
Yes, Luann, it's KE0LCK, Kilo Echo 0, Lima Charlie Kilo, the other Mike from Windsor, Director Windsor. No announcements. Thank you for taking in that.
Other doubling station, please come back.
K0JEF, Kilo 0 Juliet Echo Foxtrot, Jeff, City of Fort Collins, PFA. And KC0ZIE, Kilo Charlie 0, Zulu India Echo, Darren, Director of Hospitals.
Thank you, gentlemen. JEF, you were a little fast. I did not get the prefix on your call sign.
Sorry about that. Kilo 0, Juliet Echo Foxtrot.
Thank you very much. I'd like to start at the top of the list. I would like to acknowledge KD0UJK, KD0TYU, KE0LCK, K0JEF, and KE0ZIE. Any more directors would like to check in? Please check in now.
This is N0 AFM, November 0 Alpha Foxtrot Mike, Art in Estes Park, Larimer County, Director Estes Park, EOC, no traffic.
N0 AFM, thank you, Art, for checking in. One more call for agency directors. Hearing none, I will now take check-ins from ARES members. ARES members with suffix alpha through Mike. Please check in now.
Kilo Alpha 6, Echo Tango Echo, that's KA6, ETE, and Jim in Loveland. One announcement.
That was a station in Fort Collins. The static was over the top, so if anyone can relay that, or someone, or if you can come back to me. Would like to acknowledge KA6ETE, ARES members, Alpha through Zulu. Please check in now.
AD0LG, Alpha Delta 0 Lima Golf, Bill in Fort Collins.
This is November 0, November Yankee, Bart in Evans. Good evening, Luann. Alpha, Charlie, 0, Alpha, Sierra, A, 0, 7,
7, Papa Mike, Phil, Larimer, AS 7 p.m.
The net would like to acknowledge AB0LG, N0NYY, AC0AS, W2MIC, KD0USB, N0YLS, and AI7PM. Any other members, ARES members, non-members? Anybody that wants to check in, please call now.
Kilo Charlie 0, Quebec, Oscar Kilo Marty Mobile, near the ranch.
Whiskey Foxtrot 0 Mike, Mike in Broomfield.
Delta Uniform 0, Horse 2 Mike.
TP Kilo 0 India Tango Papa, Chuck in Firestone.
Okay, I have KC0QOK. I also have Horsetooth Mike. I had some doubling with the last two people that called in. K0T, come back with your call sign.
Zero ITP Kilo 0 India Tango Papa, Chuck in Firestone.
Chuck, I have you on the log. The other W station that came in, please come back.
This is Whiskey Foxtrot 0 Mike, and the name is Mike, and I'm in Broomfield.
Foxtrot 0 Mike. Welcome to the plethora of mics on the radio. Anybody else want to check in? Please come now.
Zero CF Alpha Echo 0 Charlie Foxtrot. It's Ben for calls.
AE0CF, have you on the log. Thanks for checking in, Ben. One more call for any check-ins before we move on to announcements and the training. Kilo 0 Lima Alpha Oscar, net control for the ARES R3D2 net. I will now go on to announcements or comments. The first one would be KD0TYU. You have the floor.
Thanks so much, Luann, for taking the net in this. And I sent out a note probably a week or so ago. As most of you know, I've had some surgery and things like that, so I haven't been getting around very good. But we're back somewhat up to speed right now, not 100%. But anyway, during this problem that we seem to have, there's a lot of places that are closed down, and a lot of people are kind of out of work and this and that. But I still want everyone, if they are called on to deploy, they need to contact either Steve or myself. And let this drop. Prior to deploying. Now, we're not going to stop you. We just need to know who, where, and what, because we don't want to put anybody in harm's way and this and that. So please just remember, get in contact with myself, email, phone call, whatever. I'm fine. Steve's the same way. We just need to know where you're going to deploy, how many people you think you're going to need, and whatever it's going to take for time. So with that, I turn it back to you, and thank you very much, Luann. KD0TYU.
It's Joe. I'm glad you're doing better. KA6ETE. Jim, what do you have for the net?
Yeah, thank you for taking the net this evening, Luann, and last Thursday when I had a last-minute reservation that I wasn't aware of until that morning. But I just wanted to make sure everyone was aware, as I'm sure everyone is. Greg and James were able to get the 115 repeater back up and running with the running a split site off of Rattlesnake for the receive and Horsetooth for the transmit on the 145 115 repeater, so that is back operational. Just wanted to make sure everyone was aware of that hasn't heard it already.
Thanks for that, Jim. Are there any other announcements for the net before we turn it over to Steve for training and what he has to give it? Okay, Steve, you have the floor now.
Good evening to the net. This is KD0UJK, and tonight's training is going to be net control tips. If the net is a scheduled net, start on time. Tardiness indicates poor management and doesn't inspire confidence in the NCS. Use a script when possible. This promotes efficient operation. If you have time, annotate your script with updates before you start the net. Have the applicable preamble handy and a roster to keep the net moving smoothly. The roster also assists in keeping names, calls, locations together, and this can be really important, especially in the wee morning hours. Be friendly, yet in control. Speak slowly and clearly with an even tone, not a monotone. Speak with confidence, even if you are inwardly nervous. Ask specific questions, give specific instructions. This reduces the need for repeats and prevents confusion. Let me reset. Have pencil and paper ready and write down all calls. Practice writing down calls when you are not the NCS. Read your radio owner's manual and know your radio before an emergency occurs. Random fumbling with the knobs wastes valuable time and is very unprofessional. Know how to quickly switch your receiver to the reverse frequency when using a repeater. Sometimes the other station is close enough that you can copy them, but they cannot open the repeater effectively. Know how to use your microphone. The worst NCS is one that cannot be heard or sounds like a train huffing and puffing into the microphone. Articulate, don't slur. Speak close to your mic, but talk across it, not into it. When there is a double, i.e. when two or more stations transmit on the same frequency at the same time, listen to see if you can identify either station by call sign, voice, or by text. Then ask the all stations to stand by while you solicit clarification or repeats from each station involved as needed. During check-ins, recognize participants by name whenever possible. It helps boost morale. Frequently identify the name and purpose of the net. Advise listeners of the sub-audible squelch tone, the CTCSS or the DCS required, if applicable. Don't be afraid to ask for assistance if you need it. The net manager should be able to assist you. That is part of their job. If the net is an emergency operation, tell listeners where to go for other nets, such as resource nets. A listener checking in to say simply that they are listening degrades net efficiency. Let me reset one more time. make mistakes. Acknowledging them will earn the respect and support of net members. Don't think on the air. If you need a moment to consider what is needed next, say something like stand by and unkey your microphone. This adds a professional touch. Keep transmissions as short as possible. This is probably number one of the top 10 tips. Transmit only facts. If there is a real need to make an educated guess or to speculate, make it clear to others that it is only speculation and not fact. Avoid becoming the source for general information about the event. If it is an emergency, refer event status questions to the proper Public Information Net or Public Information Officer, the PIO. When necessary, use standard ITU phonetics. There is no such thing as common spelling. Send all numbers as individual numbers. Example, 334 is 334, not 334. For voice nets, use plain English. Q signals are for CW. Another top 10 tip. If the net has been quiet for more than 10 minutes, check on operator status. This keeps the net running more smoothly and ensures that you know about equipment failures and missing operators as soon as possible. And that's it for the evening's training, Luann.
Thank you very much. Good tips for all of us that are trying to keep things right side up on the net. Before closing, are there any additional stations who would like to check in to the ARES R3D2 net? If so, please call now. Hearing none, I will check out each station. I will read your call sign, and please respond in kind with your FCC issued call sign. KD0UJK.
0UJK.
K0TYU.
K0TYU, thanks for taking the net.
KE0LCK.
KE0LCK.
K0JEF. K0JEF. Did I get your call sign correct? Moving on, KE0ZIE.
IE.
N0AFM.
N0AFM, good evening and thanks for taking that, Luann.
KA6ETE.
KA6ETE.
AD0LG.
80LG.
N0NYY.
0NYY, good job on that tonight, Luann.
AC0AS. W2MIC.
W2MIC.
KD0 USB.
KD0 USB. Good job on the net.
N0YLS.
N0YLS. Thanks, Luann.
I7PM.
Yeah, 7 p.m.
KC0QOK.
KC0, okay.
WF4DUS.
KF4DUS.
Hey, Mike, I read that. I was like, wait, that's the wrong letter. Thank you very much for putting up with my bad script. I'm thinking this is a W, WF0M.
WF0M.
K0ITP.
ITP.
And last but not least, AE0CF. I would like to thank each station for checking in and the NCARC for the use of the repeater this evening. All stations with appropriate privileges are invited to check into the statewide ARES HFnet on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. on a frequency of 3.810 megahertz, and also the statewide ARES VHFnet on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. on the frequency of 145.310 using a tone of 88.5 hertz. For further information on ARES R3D2, please go to www.coloradoaresr3d2.org. This evening, we had 20 check-ins, including net control, and the ARES R3D2 net next Thursday will start at 7 p.m. This is Kilo Zero, Lima Alpha Oscar, closing the net at 7:28 and returning the repeater to normal amateur radio use. 73, and good night.